Hello and welcome in to Yost Ice Arena in Ann Arbor. If you're just joining us, we apologize. We had technical difficulties for the first 13 minutes of this game, but we're back. We're on. Michigan has a 1-0 lead, but we're back on air on WCBN Sports. I'm Theo Shernoff along with Atticus. Atticus, what an adventure we just had on the technical difficulty side, but we have a hockey game in front of us. Michigan up 1-0 thanks to a goal from Jaden Perron, and Western Michigan is now on the penalty kill. A matchup between the number 2 and number 3 teams in the country gets started here on WCBN Sports with 6:50 left in the first period. Michigan is up 1-0.
We saw Michigan burn a penalty kill earlier in this game. The Broncos able to get a few opportunities, but Michigan stifled it. And it'll be interesting to see if they can produce on this power play like they've done all year, leading the country in their power play production, scoring on over 45% of their attempts.
Michigan on the power play. Muse at the point to Hage in the corner, into the slot. Valentini has a shot, deflected. Horkov in front of the net tries a shot. It's gobbled up and saved by the tender for the Broncos, Hampton Slukinski.
Valentini right there, kind of sitting at Alexander Ovechkin's slot, waiting on the one-timer. Not able to get it by the goaltender, but a good look here. So Michigan still got a minute and a half on this power play. A second goal early would be enormous for the Wolverines, get up 2-0.
Hughes on the face-off for the Wolverines. Again, sorry for the technical difficulties. We are back. Henry Muse, the new freshman. To Valentini, another freshman. Michigan on the power play. 1:26 left. Muse swings it to Hage. Hage taking his time. Not pressured. Finally pressured by Michaels. To Muse, back to Hage. Down below. Horkov in the slot. Has a chance. Whiffs on a shot. Muse gets the rebound. Michigan still on the power play. A deflected cross-course pass by Michaels. Deflected. Michigan still controls deep in their enemy territory. Muse to Hage. 1-0 Michigan. A minute left on this power play. Hage, a one-timer shot. Deflected. Valentini in front of the net. Gets his stick poked away.
Broncos doing what they do best, deflecting shots. They lead the country with 10 blocks of shots a game.
Liam Valente is the Bronco in jail at the moment. Michigan still trying to capitalize on this man advantage. Valentini around the net. Hage, this crew has been on a long time. The puck has not left the zone on this power play. Western does not have the ability to change. Muse taking his time. Valentini, a one-timer. Saved by Slukinski. Horkov tries to save it, and the puck is finally cleared after 1 minute and 45 seconds. Both teams get an entire change. 9 new bodies on the ice.
And while it wasn't fruitful, that's optimistic for Michigan. Keeping the puck in the zone for a minute 40 on the power play. Good opportunities. They can live with that.
Perron now enters the zone for Michigan. 2 seconds left on the power play, and it expires as the puck is cleared back to Ivan Kovic. Michigan and Western Michigan, the number 2 and number 3 teams in the country. Western controls. Valente, who just emerged from the penalty box on offense for the Broncos. Back to Bookman. Bookman tries a shot. Deflected. Again, Michigan up 1-0. Michigan trying to clear the puck out of their own zone. Robertson and Rayo Mullen in there, trying to clear it away. Aiden Park gets involved. Ivan Kovic, the goaltender for the Wolverines, holding his ground strong. Broncos on the attack. Slukinski, Grant Slukinski, the brother of Hampton Slukinski, on the attack for the Broncos. Michigan tries to exit the zone and does, but it will be icing as the puck is cleared the length of the ice. Zach Sharp there for the Broncos.
And you're seeing already early lots of opportunities for both squads. Michigan this season has been able to net over 6 goals a game. That'll be another key for them, making sure they get shots on net despite this stellar defense from the Broncos.
Again, Western, the reigning national champions, number 2 team in the country, against the Michigan Wolverines here at Yost Ice Arena, the number 3 team in the country. Battle for the state of Michigan. The number 1 team in the country is Michigan State Spartans. So the top 3 teams all coming in the lower peninsula. Puck is cleared high in the air. I could almost catch it down the ice. And Western back on offense. They enter the zone. Hendricks. Ty Hendricks, the Rangers prospect. To the corner. Hendricks now in the slot. Shot. Blocked by Schock. Puck goes over into the net. Drew Schock, freshman out of Green Bay, is the Ducks prospect on defense for the Wolverines.
It's a good thing there's some netting back there. That puck looked like it might end up about 30 rows deep.
3:38 left in the first period. Michigan leads 1-0 in this highly anticipated matchup between two top 3 teams. These teams have a storied rivalry, Atticus. What does Michigan need to do to capitalize on this home and home, the front end of the home and home?
Well, I think they need to rely on their leadership. I mean, you have TJ Hughes with the C on his chest. He's the current career leader in points for current NCAA hockey players. You're going to need him to make opportunities for you, whether it's shots on net or it's scoring the puck, passing the puck, making assists. He's got to be active, and that goes for all their leadership. The assistant captain, Draper, played in this rivalry. This is his 8th matchup against Western Michigan. He's going to have to make an impact. And I think you really just have to rely on your leadership, guys that have played this team before, as this is number 3 versus number 2 is obviously a big game in your home stadium.
Once again, thank you for listening to WCBN Sports. Just 3:38 in the first period. We're emerging out of a timeout. Michigan is up in the shots department, 9-7. And they've had an electric start. Jaden Perron notching the first goal for Michigan. He's been a revelation. Transfer from North Dakota. It's his 4th goal of the season as a Wolverine. Had a very, very impressive start. And now there's a face-off in Michigan's defensive zone.
You can feel the energy in this building. The children of Yost being loud. The first real big game in this stadium so far this year.
Shifsky for the Wolverines into neutral ice. Flicks the puck into the Western defensive zone. And Western forces a turnover. Back the other way. Tyler McKenzie, the 4th line center for the Broncos, sends the puck deep. Slies is there for the Broncos. Slies navigating around Michigan defenders. Into the zone, to the crease. A chance for Western. They missed, but there's a delayed penalty on. Tyler McKenzie had a chance in front of the goal. Due to that chance, Michigan committed a penalty. The right arm of the official went up. Delayed penalty. Finally, Michigan got the puck back, so there was no odd man advantage. The goalie did not have a chance to be pulled. Nick Moldenhauer retrieved the puck for the Wolverines, but the Western Michigan Broncos, down a goal, will now go up a man for 2 minutes with 3:07 left in the first period.
You know what, Theo? I think that's a forgivable penalty. I don't think if he doesn't commit that penalty, the Broncos are looking at about half the goal over here on this left side. He commits the penalty, is able to stop the momentum. Now 2 minutes for Western Michigan to try to seize the opportunity.
William Whitelaw, the Michigan transfer, now plays for Western Michigan, tries a shot, blocked off the chest of Ivan Kovic. Ernest on defense. Draper as well for the Wolverines. They prevent the Broncos from entering the zone. Jona Väisänen trying to enter the zone and start things for the Broncos on offense. Väisänen drops it back. Michaels hands to Whitelaw. Now they're into the zone. Hakkarainen. Michaels. A shot. Whitelaw off the skate of Barnett. It hits the post. Goes to Ivan Kovic's backside, and there is a brawl on the ice. Hakkarainen's being cornered by 3 Wolverines. Shifsky's in it with some Broncos.
It looked like Michaels might have ran into Ivan Kovic, which spurred 3 or 4 Wolverines to go after him. Michaels, the captain of this Broncos squad, getting active in the crease.
A shot by William Whitelaw from the right wing went off the skate of the defenseman Asher Barnett, hit the left post of the goal, and then came straight out and ended up, frankly, under the bottom of Jack Ivankovic, the Wolverines goaltender. No goal was recorded. There is a brawl, and we're getting word now from the official on what the official ruling is.
And the crowd now seeing the replay, clearly no goal. In real time, it looked like it may have fallen in.
I thought it did.
On replay, we see there's no goal, and Ivan Kovic's been getting it done.
They are reviewing it. The refs are reviewing what's going on. The puck did not end up in the goal. It's a question of when it hit off of Asher Barnett's skate Did it go then into the goal or did it go off the post? There was an official right there, the same one who called the penalty, who immediately started waving his hands. No goal.
Judging by the replay we just saw in the stadium, I'd be shocked if they changed that call. It looks like it's pretty clearly off of the left post. But Ivan Kovic's been really the difference for Michigan's team this year, only allowing 7 goals through their first 6 games. He's been nothing but perfect and getting it done by any means necessary there, as he just ends up laying down on the puck.
2:28 left in the first period. Michigan is up 1-0. Seeing more replays. The puck was flying everywhere. Barnett was there, defended the puck, and then got absolutely hit by Hakkarainen, Eero Hakkarainen, who is from Espoo, Finland, was on the ice for the Broncos, and immediately trucked Asher Barnett, who is the freshman for the Wolverines. Hakkarainen over 3 years older than Barnett. They got into a little brawl, and then immediately Shifsky started fighting another Bronco. Bodies were flying all over the place. We'll see what the official ruling is here.
Looks like they're coming back on the ice now to give it to these fans.
Officials. No goal. Very emphatic, safe call by the official. And Michigan holds on to their 1-0 lead. There's 2:28 left in the first period. 1:21 left on the power play as Luca Fantilli committed the penalty on the Western Michigan chance 40 seconds prior.
After an attempt like that from Western Michigan, if Michigan's able to get out of this penalty kill, get out of this period with the lead, it'll feel like an absolute win being up 1-0. With how well they play late in games, as we know, not letting in a goal in the third period this season, any lead feels safe with the Wolverines.
Ernest in a face-off with Slukinski, Grant Slukinski. Again, Grant Slukinski is a center for the Broncos. Hampton Slukinski is a goaltender. Slukinski wins the face-off for the Broncos, and they'll send it in, still up a man. Michigan gets a clearance thanks to Keenan Draper, and the Michigan student section, the children of Yost, starts whooping as they do every time there's a clearance. Western Michigan back on the attack. Grant Slukinski to Henriks. Henriks trapped by 2 Wolverines. Robertson and Draper clear. Robertson's been a revelation for this team. He transferred from Cornell. No goals, 9 assists on the season, the point guard.
This back line for Michigan has been great all season. It's being showcased right now in this power play.
Henriks tries to connect with Slukinski. Can't. Nearing's there. Now a shot by Henriks. Saved by the pad of Ivan Kovic, and Shifsky, who had plenty of shorthanded goals a year ago, has a chance for a shorthanded. He gets swiftly guided behind the net. Western Michigan takes over. Broncos the other way. Zach Nearing, and Liam Valente trying to connect. Shifsky shatters his stick. Now Western has a chance. A pass deflected by Tyler Duke. Western still holds.
Another delayed penalty here for Michigan.
Another delayed penalty. A 6-on-4 chance for Western. Michigan just trying to get control of the puck so Western can't capitalize. Now Michigan goes back to full strength. It's 6-on-5 for the Western Michigan Broncos. Fantilli enters the ice. Shifsky does not have a stick and is on the ice. There is no goaltender for the Broncos. Western, Slukinski tries to connect. Blocked by Rayo Mullen, but not enough. Shot by Valente. Ivan Kovic saves, but cannot gobble it up. And finally, Tyler Duke gets control of the puck and will put an end to the bleeding. Western Michigan had about 40 seconds of 6-on-4 or 6-on-5 advantage. Could not capitalize, Atticus.
Yes, that's a missed opportunity here for Western Michigan. I thought they will get 2 more minutes after the cross-checking call right there on Michigan.
Cross-checking call on Garrett Shifsky, who did not have a stick for the past minute and a half.
We just saw there for Michigan quite a few saves there from Ivankovic with the pads, looking like a ballerina, getting that right pad to cover the right post. Couple fantastic saves, keeps this game scoreless for the Western Michigan Broncos.
Again, 1-0 Michigan. Western Michigan, another power play chance. Whitelaw on the left slot. Has shot chance. Shot blocked by Ivan Kovic.
A lot of speed right to the body there from Western Michigan.
Western Michigan, another chance. Shot. Save. Shot. 5-hole shot. Save. Whitelaw will try another again. Ivan Kovic is everywhere.
Just stellar from the freshman. Makes 2 saves to the body, then stretches out to cover the post. Another great play there from the goalkeeper.
Western Michigan still has another 12 seconds left in the period to try to even up this game in the power play. Cole McKinney for the Wolverines on defense. Michigan will clear the length of the ice. No icing since the power play is on. Michigan survives the first 45 seconds of this penalty kill as the first period clock expires, and Michigan will go into the first intermission with a 1-0 lead over the Western Michigan Broncos. Western has the shots advantage, 15-6. Michigan, the advantage on the scoreboard. That's the only one that really matters. They lead 1-0.
We'll see what Western Michigan can do coming out into the second period. They still have a minute 15 on that power play. Coach is going to take them into the locker room, draw something up. I wouldn't be surprised if they get some quality looks to start the second period.
Western, the reigning national champions, down 1-0 on the road in the front end of a home-and-home. Tomorrow, both teams will travel to Kalamazoo and face off in the return match of this home-and-home between in-state top 3 rivals. We'll step away for the first intermission. Don't go anywhere on WCBN Sports. We'll be back in about 10 minutes. was a great ending of the period.
That was good. That was good. We're lucky to be winning right now.
I was so mad at you. Oh. It doesn't matter though. In theory, we're okay. All right, should we talk? Back. Welcome back to Yost Ice Arena. Thank you for joining us on WCBN Sports. Atticus, very eventful start to the game. Michigan leads 1-0 over Western, and Western has 1 minute and 16 seconds left on this man advantage power play for them to maybe tie up this game in this very anticipated matchup.
Yeah, Western coming back into the second period, going to have a power play, looking to capitalize even this game up. They've struggled so far this year on the power play, only converting a couple in their first 4 games. It'll be very pivotal for them to try to get the equalizer early in the second period. With how good Ivankovic has been in goal for the Wolverines, it's going to be difficult, though.
Right. Ivan Kovic has been fantastic. He's the freshman newcomer thanks to the new CHL eligibility rule. Ivan Kovic, you can play in NCAA hockey if you play in the CHL now. You can retain your eligibility, which is huge. But he's been fantastic. Already 15 saves on the night in the first period. On that pace, he'll be at 45. But these teams have a lot of history, right? In-state rivals. They've played 5 out of the last 6 non-COVID seasons. Western has yet to sweep. They've split 4 times, and Michigan swept once in those last 5 meetings. So these teams have a lot of in-state history, and they have to get off to good starts in this one because Michigan has not allowed a goal in the third period all season long. Jack Ivankovic has been nails, to say the least. Michigan, ridiculous stat, Atticus, has the most goals averaged for themselves in the league, the best scoring offense in the nation, and the best scoring defense, averaging 6.7 goals on offense and allowing 1.2.
A lot of that comes from their ability to score on the power play. We said it earlier, they score on 45% of their opportunities. They already missed one here tonight, but look out for that. If you're Michigan looking to get opportunities when you have the man advantage, definitely a key for them. And if they can, with some of the play they've had in goalie, if they get one more opportunity, put another one in the back of the net, it's going to be a real uphill climb for Western Michigan.
About 3 minutes left till puck drop in this second period. You said it, Michigan, one of the best in the country, the best in the country on their power play, 11 for 24 coming into the game. Jaden Perron had the goal for the Wolverines already in this one. Again, Western has to try to match them. No one has scored on Michigan in the third period, so in theory, this is their period to do it if all things stay the same.
We talked about the historic rivalry between these two teams. This is the 125th meeting. Michigan leading the series 77-37 with 10 ties. Trying to make it 78.
Jaden Perron, the North Dakota transfer, opened the scoring up in the first thanks to an assist from Nick Moldenhauer and Ben Robertson. Ben Robertson, junior transfer from Cornell. No goals, but he's a team player. He has 10 assists on the season after that one in the first to put Michigan up in their most important match of the year. It's Game 7 for Michigan, their 7th game of the year against these Western Michigan Broncos, and we're about ready for the second period to begin. Atticus, if you're Western and you have another minute 16 on this power play, what do you draw up? If you're the head coach for the Western Michigan Broncos, it's now Atticus Chris. What are you drawing up?
Well, it's not so much about quality looks. With the way that Michigan's been protecting the goal, I think it's quantity. I'm looking to get early and often shots on net, especially in this first minute 16. Try to make them make as many saves as they can. And if Michigan walks away from this game with 45 saves, then I think you just tip your cap. But it's quantity if I'm Western Michigan coming out of this first period.
I think the first intermission happened at the ideal time for Michigan. They were on a penalty kill and then a delayed penalty. Well, they were still on the penalty kill and then another penalty kill. They went on the penalty kill with about 3 minutes left, I believe, in the first period. Had 2 minutes down a man, another 30 seconds down 2 men, and then they go on the penalty kill again. There's still a minute 16 left on this power play. You can almost sense a goal coming for the Broncos, but then a 20-minute intermission break, and now the players return to the ice with some fresh air and fresh legs.
You better believe that was an emphasis for Michigan over the break. Got to be disciplined and stay out of the box. Not going to win games being a man down. We see the teams exit the locker rooms, back to the benches.
An absolutely beautiful uniform matchup we have here tonight, Atticus. Michigan in their home maize uniforms, that bright yellow with those winged helmets moving from our right to their left. Great uniform, their alternate uniform. Western, the reigning national champions, in their very dark brown, almost black, but definitely brown with the yellow numbering and the white trim.
Call me biased. I think the maize looks a little better.
We are Michigan Student Radio, but I think I might agree. But I actually like the brown a lot. It's a 5-on-4 face-off for the Western Michigan Wolverines as Western Michigan Broncos, as puck is about to drop in the second period. 20 minutes on the clock, Michigan up 1-0.
Super important minute 15 here for the outcome of this game.
Draper and Slukinski on the face-off. Draper wins it, so the Wolverines on the penalty kill win it, send the puck deep, and try to kill off another 60 seconds. Western loading up an attack. Looks like a planned play. Nearing. Tries to enter the zone. A good stick check by Josh Ernessy, and he sends the puck the length of the ice, and Western will have to do it all over again.
Great play there from Ernessy. If Western Michigan did draw something up, to stifle it immediately and then make it a scramble is a key here for Michigan.
Nearing. Cross the center line. Sends a puck deep and tries to catch up with it. Tyler Duke and Asher Barnett, don't let him do that. So there is now a whistle as the net on the Michigan side has become undone. Nearing sent the puck deep, and then Barnett and Michigan closed off that hole, so Nearing couldn't catch up to the puck. And the net is being put back into place as there are 39 seconds left on this penalty kill.
Bit of a misfortune there for Michigan. It seemed like they had possession and were getting ready to clear, and then you see that net come off. So we're going to have to get a draw here just outside the blue line.
That's important, though. The draw is outside the blue line, so Western will have to win the draw and then enter the blue line, enter the offensive zone. On the faceoff for Western, Owen Michaels, the Bronco captain from Northville, Michigan. It's their captain, big number 34 center, faces off against Cole McKinney, the Wolverines freshman center. McKinney wins the faceoff. Back to Barnett. Asher Barnett sends it deep. He had a puck go off of his skate and hit a post. Tyler Duke snapped his stick and has to exit the ice. Michigan on a weird change. Attacked by Western.
No shots on net here for Western on this power play.
Väisänen couldn't get in front of the puck and send it towards the goal. So Michigan clears. 15 seconds left on the power play. The puck is stuck in the corner. Finally comes loose to Michaels. A shot by Whitelaw. Saved by the pad of Ivan Kovic. And Schock sends the puck all the way around the boards. Time ticks off on the power play. Michigan returns to full strength as Garrett Shifsky is welcomed back to his bench.
Big-time penalty kill there for the Wolverines, and now they're heading the other way.
Turnover in center ice. Horkoff tries to drag the puck with him, misses, whiffs. Schock now on defense, and now McKenzie has a chance for Western, but they were offsides. Zachariah Wisdom couldn't catch up to the puck and then enter the offensive zone before the puck did. The Kraken product is the culprit of offsides, and Western will reset with a faceoff outside their offensive zone.
While it was a great penalty kill here for Michigan, now you got to try to get your offense going. They scored in the first 2 minutes of the game, but since then haven't really been able to really get some shots on net. It'll be interesting to see if they lean on their leaders. Looks like we got TJ Hughes taking the draw. Lean on him to try to create some opportunities.
Talk about a leader. TJ Hughes, the captain for this Wolverine team, the nation's active point scorer and goal scorer. Western in the offensive zone. Zachariah Wisdom tries to backhand one to McKenzie. It's taken away by Hughes. Now Horkoff in center ice with Robertson and Hughes flanking. Finds Hughes and then tries to go back to Horkoff. Western there to cut up the passes. McKenzie, turnover for the Broncos. Through neutral ice. Tyler McKenzie to Wisdom. Shot! Sails way high into the crowd. Saved by the net. But Zachariah Wisdom, a shot from the slot, could not be on net. 17:59 left in the second period. Michigan still leads 1-0.
It's a nice play by Muse there, getting a stick in front of it, redirecting it, trying to keep the shots on goal at a minimum. But Western Michigan so far in this game leading the Wolverines 16-9 in the shots department.
Jamison slides on the faceoff for the Broncos. The official's blowing his whistle a couple times, not quite ready.
They got the freshman Aiden Park taking the draw there for the Wolverines, and he wins it. Not normally a center, but able to get the job done.
Park wins the faceoff for Michigan, sends it deep. So does Perron. Perron in neutral ice dumps the puck in and then chases after it. Sidlowski is sprawled out on his stomach, trying to reach for the puck, and there's a whistle, and there is the play will be stopped when reset with a face-off, as there was some discussion in neutral ice.
This draw is happening down in the Michigan offensive zone. Not sure what the call was there.
Sidlowski was lying on his stomach like a penguin sliding down a cliff, tried to reach for the puck, and the official called something, and there's a face-off in the Michigan offensive zone. So Aiden Park with 17:43 will reset with a face-off against Eero Hakarainen. Park wins the face-off to Valentini in the center. Adam Valentini, star freshman for the Wolverines, tries to connect with Perron on his backside and can't. Taken away by Hakarainen. Hakarainen now. Cowan, cross-ice pass. Hendricks had a shot at it and whiffed on the catch, the reception of the puck. So Michigan saved there and tries to retain the puck and clear the zone. They have not done so thus far. Hendricks back with the puck on his stick. To the point and across the blue line go the Broncos. Trying to connect passes. Shot from the slot off the post. Missed. Shot came from Sam Scholand. And Scholand, after a deflection, hit it off the left post. And now Michigan resets deep in their own zone with Rayo Mullen.
Second time this game, Michigan's been inches away now. Good look.
Turnover. Shot in front of the goal. Saved by the blocker of Ivan Kovic. Grant Slukinski, that is, had a shot. And then almost another one. Ivan Kovic saves the day yet again. Still 1-0. 16:30 left in the period. Michigan trying to clear their defensive zone. And they finally do with Keenan Draper.
Feels like Michigan is on a penalty kill right now with the pressure the Broncos are creating.
You're right, but they are at even strength. Malcolm Spence sends the puck deep. Draper tries to receive it on the other side of the boards, the near side. Now puck's in neutralized. Valente throws a hand at Tyler Duke, but can't reach the puck. Michigan deep behind their own net. Moving up the ice, facing the Bronco forecheck. Ernest, great pass to Fantilli. Fantilli, reception at the blue line. Now he's on his knees in the middle of the Broncos defensive zone. Broncos retain the puck. Moldenhauer now, after a turnover by Nearing.
Spence spends a little too much time in the zone, and Wolverines got to slow down to resist getting a offside call.
It's a freshman mistake by Malcolm Spence. McKinney on the forecheck for the Wolverines. Broncos have some momentum. Zachariah Wisdom, number 4, fighting against Asher Barnett. The Wolverines, number 4, behind the Michigan net. Shifsky now back on the ice. Broncos send one deep, and William Whitelaw takes a hit from his former teammate, Nick Moldenhauer. Whitelaw, again, the Wolverine transfer, loses the puck in the offensive zone. No nice words thus far for William Whitelaw as the children of Yost chant, 18 sucks. Now Shifsky lays a hit on Sharp. Zach Sharp takes a hit from Shifsky. Now the Wolverines, a bit of an odd man chance. 3-on-2, Michael Hage, nifty move. Shot from the slot. Missed, saved by Sharp, actually. Did not get to the goaltender. Zach Sharp gets the puck taken from behind by Michael Hage. Picks his pocket. Looking for a trailing Hughes. Finds him. Shot through the 5-hole. Saved by Slukinski.
Michael Hage showing right there why he's a first-round draft pick. Makes a nifty move to get the puck back, then throws a saucer pass over to Hughes, but it's not able to find the back of the net.
Hughes delayed his run, went for 5-hole, got a little under the puck, and was saved by Slukinski. Hampton Slukinski, that is. Hampton, younger brother of Grant Slukinski and Hampton Slukinski. One's a junior, one's a sophomore, but they are separated by 3 years in age.
This line here now, Horkoff, Hughes, and Hage have produced for Michigan all year. We'll see what they can do.
TJ Hughes wins the faceoff to Fantilli. Fantilli finds Hage. Hage being shadowed. A penalty by Kreuzberg. A penalty is called on Western. Ivan Kovic couldn't make his way to the bench. There was a delay penalty. Hage then lost the puck. Cole Kreuzberg Rosine, one of the alternate captains for the Broncos, got held up with Michael Hage.
That's right. That's Michael Hage being such a threat attacking the net. He gets held up, and now we get to see Michigan with a 5-on-4. I'm sure we're going to see the same 5 players on the ice. Horkoff, Hughes, and Hage. Those 3 forwards have produced on this power play. We set it up at the break, 45% on this power play. They already missed an opportunity tonight. We'll see what...
It's a 4-minute penalty is what it looks like.
Oh, a major.
Right now, unless the scoreboard's wrong, a major was called. So Michigan, a massive opportunity to extend this lead. It is Hage, Horkoff, Muse, Hughes, and Valentini.
What a major mistake from the Broncos. Hage did have a bit of an opening heading to the goal.
See what you did there, Atticus. Major mistake. It surely was. Oh. Penalties on Kreuzberg, Rosine. 4-minute penalty is holding and slashing. So 2 minors on Kreuzberg, Rosine. We see something say 3-on-5. It is 4-on-5 right now. Michigan is up in man, but it's 2 minors. Horkoff in the slot. Has time, loses the puck. Cleared the length of the ice by Hakkarainen.
Sloppy right there from the sophomore Will Horkoff. Had a lot of room there in the middle of the offensive zone and just lets it slip off of his stick.
3:30 left on the power play for the Wolverines. Hage with speed crosses the blue line. Drops it back to Hughes. Hughes on the left wing. Finds Horkoff in the slot. Horkoff can't catch up to it, but Valentini drops it back to Horkoff, who keeps the blue line. Horkoff and Muse so close right now they could touch. Valentini drops back to Muse. Muse shot! Saved! Deflected off of Hage, who was trying to get in the vision of Slukinski, but the Wolverines hold the blue line. Muse swings it to Hughes. Muse and Hughes. Back to Muse. Shot! Saved! Hughes a follow-up rebound. Saved! And Slukinski has held strong thus far other than that early goal.
If I'm the Wolverines, I put Hage right back in front of the goalie, screening him. He was doing a nice job earlier.
Hage to Horkoff. Horkoff in front of the net. Chance trying to fight, trying to push the puck in. Cannot. Play is blown dead with 2:45 left on this double minor power play. And Slukinski held strong, and the Wolverines and the Broncos will get new bodies on the ice.
Still 2:45 left to kill on this power play, but a nice job from the Broncos holding off the Wolverines' top line. There were some opportunities there, but no blood, so they get through the first minute 15 of this power play. Still a long way to go.
13:25 left in the second period. Wolverines up 1-0 over the number 2 ranked Western Michigan Broncos. Cole McKinney, the freshman, will take the faceoff. Up a man in the Broncos' defensive zone. From Lake Forest, Illinois, is a San Jose Sharks prospect. Loses the faceoff to Grant Slukinski, who hits the puck off of his own post. And then it's finally cleared. Rayo Mullen couldn't keep the zone. Ivan Kovic has to save the puck.
Nearly an own goal mistake there from Western Michigan. Lucky to have it ricochet wide, and now Michigan gearing up for the last 2.5 minutes of their power play.
Rayo Mullen drops it back off the boards, trying to set up an attack. Perron navigating, enters the ice. To Rayo Mullen, swings it across the blue line. Back to Rayo Mullen, the young stud. Perron fakes a slap shot, now a reset. McKinney right behind him, has space, tries to send one through the crease and does, but Spence couldn't get on the other side of it. Wolverines again hold the blue line, trying to stay on this power play on the offensive end. Perron, nifty move through the zone. McKinney, a one-timer.
Great shot
Great
there.
save by the stick of Slukinski. McKinney back to Rayo Mullen. Michigan relentless on the attack. Robertson now. Down to the slot. McKinney, a shot just misses wide, and the puck escapes the offensive zone. Wolverines have to reset.
And 3 of the best looks we've seen in this game so far for Michigan, 2 of which set up by Perron. A nice move and a pass over McKenney, just not able to capitalize, but Wolverines with all of the momentum in this game
TJ
right
Hughes makes a mistake in his own defensive zone while they're upper man, and a slight shorthanded chance now for the Broncos. Michigan trying to return the puck back, and they do. Now they're on the attack. Horkoff, Hage, Horkoff cuts through, has space, whiffs on a shot. Great hustle by the Broncos. Horkoff now in front of the net, backhand try. No, Valentini's there.
Still open,
Hage,
goal!
goal! Michael Hage emerges from the chaos and banks it off the back of Hampton Slukinski to double the Wolverine lead 2-0.
And you got to credit Michigan getting their top line back out on the ice, shortening the bench, and they capitalized, taking the 2-0 lead. All set up by TJ Hughes, keeping pressure. You see the goalie there for Western Michigan down on the ground, leaves that goal wide open, and Hage walks right in.
The goal was open, but Hage didn't have an angle. His only angle was to call glass, and he did it off Slukinski. Goal for the Wolverines ends the second minor that Cole Krusberg-Rosine was serving. So now the Broncos are back to full strength, down 2, as the children of Yost sing Mr. Brightside, as they do after every goal here.
Yost at full capacity tonight. The place is rocking. Over 5,000 in attendance.
Back to full strength. 11:20 left in the second period. Wolverines up 2-0. Play in the neutral zone. Both teams trying to emerge. Huck for the Broncos drops it back.
Michigan leading in shots on goal in this second period. Still trailing for the game, but definitely creating more opportunities than they did in that first period.
Krusberg-Rosine up into the Broncos offensive zone. Drop back, shot by Broncos, had a chance. Tyler McKenzie had a chance there. Missed wide of the net. Krusberg-Rosine.
Nearly a cross-checking as a Michigan player catches the stick in center ice, but
Michigan
the refs let him play.
Heavy on the forecheck. Get sticks on every puck they can. Moldenhauer deflects a puck in the defensive zone. Now Drew Schock enters Michigan's offensive zone. Jaden Perron drops it back to Fantilli. Fantilli skating backwards, connects with Aiden Park, and the Wolverines will continue to change whenever the puck goes deep. Broncos behind their own net. Sidlowski can't connect with the puck, and the puck goes from goaltender to goaltender. Aiden Park returns the puck for the Wolverines. No sustained possession for either side here in neutral ice. Fantilli to Park, in front of his own bench, sends a puck deep, and the Wolverines might have numbers. Slukinski gets the puck and just narrowly avoids the stick of Malcolm Spence as he connects with a teammate, and now the Broncos have a little momentum. A little 3-on-2 chance here on offense. Ty Henricks tries a shot, didn't ever reach the net. Too many Wolverines in the area. Back the other way goes Michigan. Back and forth we go. Wolverines up 2-0 with 9:35 left in the second period in Ann Arbor. The front end of a home-and-home series between the number 2 and number 3 teams in the country, and the number 3 team in the country leads 2-0 at home.
You have to imagine if either one of these teams can sweep the series, they're looking at number 1 in the country right in the eye.
Little slowdown in the play, but again, no whistle for a long time. Väisänen for the Broncos connects. Now Nearing tries to get there, but Hughes cuts off the puck. Could be a penalty call, and there is a penalty called. In Michigan's defensive zone, Nearing cut at the legs of TJ Hughes, and TJ Hughes, the veteran that he is, draws a penalty. So Michigan, already up 2-0, will now have another 2 minutes up a man.
Yeah, it's a sloppy penalty there from Nearing. And we've seen what Michigan's done when they've gotten opportunities on the power play. They tacked on one just a minute ago, and they're going to look to add another. 3-0 might be too much to mount if I'm Western Michigan. You need to stop on this penalty kill and try to get this game to 2-1 before the end of the period. Michigan does not give leads away, especially in the third period.
Sloppy play from the Broncos, committing a penalty in their defensive zone, in their offensive zone, And now Nearing will have to take a seat. Zach Nearing is a Winnipeg Jets prospect. And he goes to the bench. So there's a little timeout here. With 9:07 left in the second period, Wolverines up 2-0. Wolverines down in the shots department, 18-15 in the second period, about halfway through the game. And Atticus, these Broncos need to. Is it penalty kill first, or do you try to maybe leak out and steal a shorty on this play, this 2 minutes where you're down a man?
I think you got to take it when it comes. You don't try to force it. When you try to start forcing shorthand goals, that's when you get sloppy stuff happening behind you. I think you fight off for the next 2 minutes, try to get out of this power play without a goal for the Wolverines, and then focus on trying to get one of your own.
Western Michigan won the national championship last year, their first in school history. School out of Kalamazoo, Michigan, couple hours drive away from Ann Arbor, held their own against the powers that are Michigan and Notre Dame and Penn State, who Western ended up beating, and all these Northeastern schools in the Big Ten and Northeast of the country. And now Michigan up a man and up 2-0 with 9 minutes left in the second period. Michigan on the attack. Hughes in the slot with Valentini going back and forth. Hughes to Horkoff behind the net, behind the goal line. Horkoff fighting for the puck, and it's caught by Muse at the blue line. It was trying to be cleared by the Broncos. Muse, a one-timer shot from the point, deflected by Grant Slukinski, and goes over the net, over the post, over the crossbar, over the net for a reset.
I absolutely love what Michigan's doing on this power play. They're posting up either Hage or Horkoff right in front of that goalie, using them as a screen, and then letting Hughes work around and dictate where he wants to get a shot off from. Both Horkoff and Hage are excellent with deflections. Shots on net's going to be the key here for Michigan, and let those two make a play.
The same beloved power play lineup for the Wolverines, who just executed another power play goal a second ago, is back on the power play. Hage, Horkoff, Muse, Hughes, and Valentini.
You see Horkoff now looking for that backdoor pass from Hage.
Shot from Muse, just misses. It went dribbled through the crease as Horkoff tried to get a stick on it to redirect it into the goal. Muse backhands it to Hughes in the slot. Hughes tries to drag, dishes to Valentini, thinks about it. Muse, a one-timer, saved by Slukinski. Rebounded and kept inside the blue line by Muse to Hayes. Now Hughes in the slot, backhanded, saved by the pad of Slukinski. Hughes, a nifty backhand spin shot, was saved. And now there's a whistle with 8 minutes left in the second period. Wolverines still up 2-0.
Lots of unselfish passing we're seeing from Michigan. Multiple times there it looked like TJ Hughes had maybe a decent look and okay look, and he passes it off to create a really fantastic look. Unfortunate Michigan not able to put one in the back of the net on that possession.
53 seconds left on the power play as Zach Nearing is in jail. Michigan up a man, 8 minutes left in the second period, up 2-0. Looking to extend their lead. Western needs to stop the bleeding and then punish on the offensive end themselves. In the face-off, Aiden Park, the freshman, the wing, getting some experience in the face-off. And it was Hakkarainen, but he got sent off, so it's Zachariah Wisdom, the Colorado College transfer, who's the Seattle Kraken prospect. Michigan wins the face-off, but Robertson can't keep the blue line, so Michigan will have to re-enter the offensive zone. Dakota Royal-Mullen to Perron, Jaden Perron, through center ice, crosses the center line, enters the zone, drops it back to Park. Park spins, backhands to Royal-Mullen. Royal-Mullen trying to connect with McKinney and can't.
Here's Zachariah Wisdom.
Wisdom, a little bit of a shorthanded chance. Drops it back in front of the net. A chance for Hakkarainen, and can't get around the puck. Someone's lost a glove. The other way goes Michigan. 5-on-3 chance. Park drops it back. Perron fakes once. Backhand saved. Gobbled up by Slukinski. And Western Michigan, after a great shorthanded chance and 17 seconds still left on this power play, gets a bailout save from Hampton Slukinski.
Would have liked to see a better opportunity there from Perron. Michigan had the 5-on-3. He brought it in himself and threw kind of a lazy backhand shot. You would like to see the puck move a little bit more before they take their chance.
Zach Bookman made a great pass to Eero Hakkarainen for the Broncos in transition, and Hakkarainen could not pocket the puck into the top corner, which is clearly where he was aiming. He just missed just wide. Rayo-Mullen now for Michigan, still on the power plays. There's 10 seconds left. Shot by Robertson. Saved. McKinney's there in the slot. Can't find the puck. The puck is bouncing. Sticks running under it. 3 seconds on the power play. 7 minutes left in the period. Broncos now back at full strength as Michigan still has the puck in their offensive zone. Nearing enters the ice. McKinney, Robertson on offense. McKinney has a little chance, but he kicks the puck instead of hitting it with his stick and loses it. Now he drops it back. Michigan gets a little change off and is still on offense. Perron to Barnett. Barnett to Park behind the net. Park and Barnett, both Edmonton Oilers prospects on the ice at the same time. 2 freshman Oilers prospects for the Wolverines. Tyler Duke now on the ice for the Wolverines.
One thing we haven't talked about yet is how effective this Michigan forecheck has been. They keep the puck in the zone so well.
Ernest with time, shot just wide. Saved by Slukinski just enough. Tyler Duke now on the near side. Eludes a defender. Tyler Duke, cross pass. Spence can't receive it. Barnett's calling for the puck and now receives it at the blue line. At the point, Asher Barnett. Great pass to Tyler Duke. In front of the net. A chance for Spence, and it's saved. And a little scuffle. Whistle was blown very quickly there, Atticus.
Real early. Never really looked like Western Michigan had that puck tied up at all. And you hear the fans in this stadium letting the ref know how early of a call they think it was.
Slukinski, the goaltender Slukinski, was hit from behind there. I don't know if it was after the whistle or was the reason for the whistle, but nevertheless, a very quick whistle blow. 2-0 Wolverines with 6:07 left in the second period, and they've retaken the shots lead. They now lead 20-18 in shots. There's a little small timeout on the ice. So, Atticus, Western kills off a power play. Execute a penalty kill, which is no easy task against these Wolverines, but they are going against the #1 scoring defense and offense, but defense in the nation. How do they muster up some offensive zone time, let alone goals?
Well, Michigan's best defense is really their offense. Western Michigan has to do a better job of, once these defensemen gain the puck down or around their own net, outletting it up to the forwards. Lots of times we're seeing turnovers or tipped passes as they try to leave the puck out of their own blue line. And Michigan just intercepting or getting sticks out, being active on the forecheck. It's been a real key to success for them this year, and obviously tonight.
Western's best chances have come on fast breaks and odd man chances, which is, I think, the recipe for their success tonight. Because Michigan, like you said, so effective on their forecheck. Western can't connect anything just to escape their own zone and get into neutral ice. And Western's only chances are going to be those outlets, which then can leave you susceptible to more counterattacks for Michigan and penalties.
With how good Ivan Kovic's been, the key for Michigan is make sure they stay out of the penalty box. If they play a disciplined game, keep this at full strength, it's going to be a real tough time for Western Michigan.
TJ Hughes and Tyler McKenzie on the face-off in the Michigan offensive zone. Both teams are at full strength. 6:07 left in the second period. Drew Schock receives the puck off the face-off, decides to fire one at the net. Clear line of sight for Hamston Slukinski, and he gobbles it up, and we'll do it all over again.
Michigan, who was trailing coming into this period, they were trailing in shots on goal 15-9, now leads 21-18. If that doesn't tell you how dominant they've been in this second period, I don't know what does.
TJ Hughes and Tyler McKenzie will do it again. McKenzie wins the faceoff, but Hughes, again with that forecheck, keeps the puck in the offensive zone. Moldenhauer sends it deep behind the goal line. Shifsky keeps the blue line. Schock keeps the blue line. Hughes tries to send one to the slot to connect with Shifsky. Couldn't, and now a transition opportunity for the Broncos. Cowan connecting with Henricks. And the Broncos, just like that, turn the puck over very quickly. A pass up the ice from Drew Schock, intended for Garrett Shifsky. Couldn't connect, and it will be icing. The puck will go back to the Broncos' offensive zone.
And that's a good example there. Michigan holds the forecheck for quite a bit. Western Michigan starts to outlet. Looks like they might have some numbers. But this back line for Michigan pokes it away, regains control. A poor icing there from TJ Hughes, but Michigan's been great defensively on every level.
Owen Michaels on the faceoff for the Broncos. The captain, their leading returner, tries to start things for the Broncos. Wisdom to Michaels in the slot. Michaels whiffs, but Rayo Mullen did not know where the puck was, and quick on it to scoop up the puck were the Broncos and fire a shot towards the net. I believe that was Cowan, and he just missed the net. So it goes high and out of play, and we'll reset with another faceoff. Both teams will change.
Bit of a whiff there from number 34, Owen Michaels. Moldenhauer, he had no idea where the puck was. He had his back to it, and it was leaking into the crease. Lucky there for Michigan to get away.
Owen Michaels had 36 points last year tied with Grant Slukinski for the leading returners on this Broncos squad. They lost their 2 leading scorers. Now Michigan in their defensive zone. Asher Barnett exits the defensive zone to Bookman. Bookman tries to re-enter, but Whitelaw was not out of the zone for the Broncos, so they'll have to re-enter with Whitelaw. Whitelaw now enters the zone along with Wisdom. Pass to Michaels. Michaels couldn't kick it to himself, and the puck goes off the boards. Now Whitelaw behind the net to Wisdom. Wisdom has to avoid an official. Tries to cross it into the slot, and Perron's there. Flips it up to Hage. Hage, offsides just barely. Michael Hage tracking the puck like a wider receiver. Caught it with his hands, but he caught it just over the blue line, meaning he entered the offensive zone first, and the offsides will reset with a Western Michigan faceoff in their offensive zone.
And we're seeing a bit of switch in pace now. Western Michigan able to keep the puck in the offensive zone for a little longer than they were at the beginning of this period. Now's their time. You've got to try to get one before the end of this second period. They only have 4:45 left. See if they can make something happen.
4:44 left in the second period. 2-0 Michigan. No shots on goal have been recorded in a couple minutes. Face-off won by Michigan. They exit their defensive zone, and Valentini, a nice move to retrieve the puck in his offensive zone. Valentini and Park trying to catch up to the puck, and they can't. Western Michigan will clear. Jona Väisänen sends it deep for the Broncos. Front of the Wolverine net. No Bronco can get a good stick on it. Cole McKinney fighting for the puck. Again, behind the Michigan goal line. Finally, it's retrieved by Adam Valentini for the Wolverines, and he sends it up a high lofted pass to Cole McKinney, who goes through his legs to enter the puck into the offensive zone. McKinney will change. Parks on the forecheck, looking for if he should change as well, and he does.
A nice stand there from the defenders, Robertson and Muse, holding the back line strong there for Michigan and knocking away any chance the Broncos may have had.
Drew Schock sends Henricks in a flurry, broke his ankles, but now an intercepted pass and central ice by Michigan. Spence keeps the blue line, backhands it deep, sends it. Spence in the slot, shot, saved by Slukinski. Spence retrieves his own rebound. Back to Rayo Mullen. Rayo Mullen cutting into the crease, sends one for Draper. Looked like he took a shot to the groin. Cannot get up, and now he exits the ice. Malcolm Spence back in his own defensive zone. Wolverines trying to reset. There are about 3 bodies in the Western Michigan crease there. Schock on the attack, sends one towards the net, and it's gloved down by Hampton Slukinski with 3:11 left. Wolverines still up 2-0.
It's a nice glove save there from Slukinski. If you're the Wolverines, keep this pressure on. Don't get too safe here. You see them kind of retreating out of some of their attacks, playing a little bit more defensively. I would like to see them try to get one more in the net here before the end of this period. Just 3:11 left in this second period. They got that TJ Hughes line out there. TJ Hughes, Schock, and Moldenhauer. See if they can produce.
Again, Michigan has not allowed a goal in the third period. So, it's 2-0 Michigan with late in the second. In theory, Western needs to score 2 in these last 3 minutes to tie it up. Of course, that's not how hockey works, but we'll see. Tyler Duke on offense. Sends a puck deep. TJ Hughes. The offensive zone for the Wolverines. Gets the puck stripped from him. And it goes out to neutral ice where Fantilli is there to receive it for the Wolverines. Tyler Duke now. Sends one deep. Sharp is there. Zach Sharp for the Broncos. Sends one all the way around the boards. Should be icing, and it is icing with 2:42 left in the second.
Michigan has been perfect in the third period, but don't forget they haven't played anyone nearly as good as this Broncos team. They can score, and they can score quick. You want to keep your foot on the gas if you're the Wolverines. They've done a much better job here in the second period, limiting the opportunities for Central Michigan. Only 3 shots on goal in this period for Central Michigan. Testament to the Wolverines' offense and their forecheck.
Michigan undefeated, 6-0, number 3 team in the country. Western 3-1 with a loss to Ferris State, but the number 2 team in the country. This series, both squads' biggest test this season. Hage tries to enter the zone. Puck is sitting still at the blue line. Now Hage sends it deep for Horkoff. Will Horkoff, big number 44, the center, to Robertson. Cornell transfer. Quick turn. Now he's sitting behind the Bronco net. and the defender doesn't know which way to attack him. Robertson gets his stick held up, eking time off the clock. 2:10 left in the second period. Wolverines still with a 2-0 cushion, but on offense, sustained offensive zone time, and it's finally ended as Jaden Perron gets the puck kicked away from him.
For a moment there, it looked like Robertson was going to pull off the old Michigan move, wrap it up from behind the net. Good
Perron,
move.
a nifty cross, misses high on the backhand, but he crossed up Bronco defender Michaels. But you were saying, yeah, Robertson going for the Michigan maybe, didn't execute it. Broncos were ready for it, but Robertson did not pull the trigger.
He was paused up right behind the net. Yeah, it's where my brain goes right away, thinking he's going to try to get it up on his stick and wrap it around, but instead stalls the possession. All the momentum with the Wolverines right now.
That's right. Again, Western only 3 shots this period after a fantastic first period by Jack Ivankovic to keep the Broncos scoreless. The Broncos have not tested him very often in this period. I'm sure he's okay with that, though. Cole McKinney.
Hey, he doesn't look to be complaining down there.
Cole McKinney on offense against Owen Michaels. And McKinney wins the faceoff. Michigan seems like they're winning every faceoff tonight. Park. Cross ice pass. Duke whiffs on a shot. And a great attempt by McKinney to try to scoot the puck into the 5-hole of Slukinski. Misses. William Whitelaw tries to enter the offensive zone for the Wolverines. Park bats it down, which means they would have been offsides had the Broncos retrieved the puck. So Michigan is rewarded with the puck. Duke sends one all the way around the boards trying to connect the Park. William Whitelaw on defense. Whitelaw, kind of the center of attention of this match. Transferred from Wisconsin to Michigan a couple of years ago. Then he transferred after 1 season to Western Michigan, joining the reigning national champs, almost in a Kevin Durant-esque move. He's a Columbus Blue Jackets prospect, and he's number 18. He has received a lot of the hate coming from the children of Yost here in Ann Arbor.
You know, we had this one circled on this. You got to circle this one on the calendar when you transfer out of Michigan.
Valentini gets into a fight with Nearing, sends him to the ground. Not Nearing, that's Wahlberg. Now Broncos have a little bit of a chance. Wahlberg, Theo Wahlberg, back, shot by Michaels,
Post.
Saved.
And that one caught the post as well.
Kreuzberg Rosine tries to hold the blue line and can't. And
Here
now
we
there's
go.
a battle. Ernest, the enforcer, sends an official down with him. Kreuzberg Rosine, Ernest going back and forth, fighting. A stick is caught. 2 officials holding them back, and Josh Ernest is not willing to let Cole Kreuzberg Rosine get away with what he just did. Some words exchanged.
Kreuzberg Rosine helmet went flying. Referee down on the ice.
You can see the helmet sitting right in the middle of the ice. Kreuzberg Rosine, with his comb-over blonde hair, and now loose on the ice into a fight with Josh Ernest, and the officials are going to have a private conference and sort this one out. Ernest is being escorted to the bench, to the penalty box, along with Kreuzberg Rosine, and they'll be separated by only a thin glass wall, be able to talk all they want.
Things are heating up here in Yost, and the Michigan faithful seem to love it. You hear Yost get fired up.
See what the official ruling is, but with 41 seconds left in the second period, and the Wolverines up 2-0, Kreuzberg Rosine, an alternate captain and returner for this Western Michigan squad, was not happy and decided to take out his anger. Looks like it will be 2 minors given to Ernest and Kreuzberg Rosine respectively. So a little bit of 4-on-4 action now between the Broncos and Wolverines for 40 seconds left in this period. And this 4-on-4 chance is a good thing for the Broncos, right, Atticus?
It looks like they called a double penalty here on Michigan.
So also Adam Valentini, who's getting into things, will now join his brother Josh Ernest on the bench. So you're right, 2 penalties.
5-on-4.
It's a 5-on-4 for the Broncos. So 2 men in the penalty box. Number 92, Adam Valentini, and Josh Ernest for the Wolverines. And Cole Kreuzberg Rosine, it's his second time there tonight. He spent a lot of time there. It was the reason the Wolverines scored their second goal, is now back in the penalty box.
Huge opportunity now for Central Michigan.
Whitelaw tries a shot, blocked by Fantilli, excuse me. The other way goes Michigan. Down a man. TJ Hughes sends it around the boards to Draper. Draper takes a hit from Whitelaw and now tries to return one. Whitelaw was waiting. 1-2 punch from Whitelaw. got the better end of that one for sure. 20 seconds left in the period.
Whitelaw laying the body tonight.
These players were teammates last year, and now Whitelaw is the enforcer. 9 seconds left in the period. Pucks around the boards. Hakkarainen goes back around the boards. Whitelaw is there. Puck leaves the Michigan defensive zone, and time will expire after 2 periods. Michigan, the number 3 ranked Michigan Wolverines, up 2-0 on the number 2 ranked Western Michigan Broncos. When we come back for the 3rd period, Western yet again will start on the power play just as they did the 2nd period, looking to make up this 2-goal deficit. Atticus, a good period for the Wolverines, dominating the shots department.
No doubt about it. They won the shots on goal in the 2nd period, 15-4. Dominant fashion for the Wolverines, able to tack on a 2nd goal in the period. And we talked about the importance of an early power play that Western had to start that 2nd period. Well, this one's going to be even more important to start the 3rd. Michigan not having allowed a goal in the 3rd period all season. Western Michigan's going to try to write some history, if you will, for this season.
So Krusberg-Rosine, along with Valentini and Ernesti, will start in the penalty box as we hit the 2nd intermission. After the intermission, we will be back for the 3rd period here at WCBN Sports in Yost Ice Arena. Don't go anywhere. We'll be back in 5. Back here in Ann Arbor at Yost Ice Arena. Michigan holds a 2-0 lead over the Broncos. Atticus, Caress beside me, and Theo, Shernoff, WCBN Sports. Atticus, Broncos down 2-0. If you're Pat Ferschweiler, who's in his 5th season with the Broncos, you just won a national championship last season. How do you overcome this deficit on the road against the number 3 team in the country?
Well, I think you got to try to channel what you were doing in that first period. And when we saw Western Michigan at their best, they were pushing pucks and trying to get out in transition, get some matchups 2-on-1, 3-on-2, and create from that standpoint. We didn't see much of that in the second period.
Shots were 18-7 at one point. 18-7 in favor of Western Michigan. Now it reads 24-18. Michigan, they just added it from 19 to 18. So Michigan has gone on a 17-1 shots run.
It's a pretty incredible run there from the Wolverines, in large part set up to critical penalties from Western Michigan. We saw the major midway through that second period, which led to Michigan's second goal, and also one earlier in the period. If you're Western Michigan, you got to stay out of the penalty box this period. They have 1:19 of power play when we start this third period. You got to capitalize early, and then you got to play discipline. For both teams, that's going to be the key, is staying out of the penalty box, not letting these two very explosive power play units get on the ice.
The power play goal in the second period was courtesy of Michael Hage. His 6th goal of the season. Assists went to Will Horkoff and Adam Valentini, their 4th and 5th respectively. Michigan has had more chances than just that, though. Jaden Perron had a goal in the first period, full strength, thanks to Nick Moldenhauer and Ben Robertson, who's the leading assists man for the Wolverines. But Michigan could be up more right now, and Western may be thankful they're only down 2-0, but has a chance here as play will restart in just about a minute to try to cut this lead to 1 before it gets to late minutes and then tie it up.
That's right. Horkoff and Hage, 2 of only 17 first-round draft picks in college hockey this year, were able to produce on that power play unit. And the third forward in that power play unit is TJ Hughes, the current leading goal scorer career-wise in college hockey. Impressive stuff from that top Michigan line.
So we ended the period on a 5-on-4 power play for Western Michigan. Now we begin this one on a 4-on-3 power play for Western Michigan as these players got into a scuffle late in the period. So Cole Krusberg-Rosine is the Bronco in jail, and he's why Western Michigan has 4 players. For Michigan, Adam Valentini and Josh Ernessy in the penalty box. Actually, it is 5-on-4. Excuse me, it's 5-on-4. I thought it'd be 4-on-3 with both players starting in the penalty box, but no, it's 5-on-4 on the ice. So Western Michigan up a man for another 1 minute and 19 seconds.
And this is a game-deciding penalty kill here for Michigan and for Western Michigan. A score here makes it a game once again. If Michigan can hold them off, it's going to be tough sailing the rest of the way.
Asher Barnett wins the faceoff for the Wolverines, and we are off. Behind the Broncos net. They go, and the Broncos control the puck. Up a man again on the power play. Sholin drops it back. Slukinski tries to enter the ice and does on sides with Henriks. Slukinski drops it back to Sholin. A one-timer shot wide off the boards.
And I think that one might have caught the right post as well. That's the 4th post. And now the other way, here comes Michigan.
Shifsky, a shorthanded chance. Has one man to beat and can't. Slips, but there's a delayed penalty, and now a penalty called. Garrett Shifsky earns himself a trip to the line, if you will. Offensive fast break, shorthanded opportunity, and he cut in front of Sam Sholand, who will head to the penalty box and join his teammate Cole Krusberg-Rosine.
It's nearly a penalty shot there, very close. It looked like Michigan had the fast break. That's real close to being a penalty shot for the Wolverines.
Not called one, at least not yet.
Looks like they already sent him to the box. So we're just going to have some 4-on-4 action for the next 41 seconds.
Again, a total of 4 players in the box right now. 4-on-4 on the ice.
And a critical mistake. We talked about it at the break. Didn't want to have a penalty if you're either one of these teams. Western Michigan comes out and immediately gets one.
Rayo Mullen for Michigan on the offensive zone. 4-on-4, Rayo Mullen fighting against Michaels. Gets shoved as he shoves the shot, and it hits off the boards. Michigan now controlling behind the Broncos net. In a scuffle is Moldenhauer. Moldenhauer and Whitelaw. Got into a little battle already tonight behind the Broncos net. Now Schock.
Michigan using this 4-on-4 as a bit of a power play themselves here as they turn it over in the offensive zone.
Whitelaw turns it over. Now Michaels the other way. Almost an odd man chance. Michaels has a chance. Drops it back. Sharp shot. Saved by Slukinski. By Ivan Kovic, excuse me.
Tried to slide it low through the 5-hole, but no shot against the freshman goalie. Sends away another one, his 19th save of the evening.
I haven't called Ivan Kovic's name in so long. That's why I thought it was Slukinski. But no, the Broncos generate a chance, and there's 4 seconds left until the theoretical time would be up for Valentini, Ernesti, and Kreuzberg-Rosine. We'll see how the officials manage it. 1:23 left on the timer for Scholand. Michigan wins the faceoff and heads the other way. Hughes. So Michigan will return to full strength, and Adam Valentini will enter the ice. Ernesti and Kreuzberg-Rosine are held behind for a while now. They should be free. They are not. Hage crosses the blue line. Muse attacks. Shot. Deflected. A shot. Rebound. Score. Adam Valentini saves the day. 3-0 Michigan on a power play chance. Henry Muse had a lot of space. Took it. Fired a shot towards the net. It was deflected by a defender. Adam Valentini on the rebound from the right wing, slotted it right past Slukinski, who wasn't even looking. The Wolverines now have a commanding 3-0 lead.
Valentini, fresh out of the penalty box, scores in the first 20 seconds or so of coming out. They keep Ernesti in the box, but there's going to be no man advantage. Not sure why he's still in there.
Ernesti might be out for the remainder of the game. That is a possibility.
It looked like at first that Ernesti had a matching 5-for-5 with the
Kreuzberg-Rosine.
That's right, but they keep him in the box and they let Kreuzberg-Rosine out.
So we'll try to figure out what's going on as Ivan Kovic covers up the puck deep in his own territory, and Spence makes sure to defend his fellow freshman as he was getting some slack from Eero Hakkarainen.
We still do have even strength hockey right now, 5-on-5, as the Wolverines lead 3-0 and put this one nearly out of reach for this Western Michigan Broncos squad. They're going to need to start tacking in some goals, but with the stellar play of Ivan Kovic, it's going to be a struggle.
Even strength hockey here. 3-0 Michigan.
And once again, that's the Michigan power play. We've seen it twice tonight, and we've really seen it all season. They're able to produce when they get a man advantage.
Hakkarainen in neutral ice. Tries to connect with Cowan on the offensive end. Can't. Fantilli's there to shovel the puck along, and Park retrieves it for the Wolverines. A puck sent from Park finds the Broncos bench, and it will be reset with a faceoff.
Yeah, that was funny looking. Threw it all the way across the ice. A dodge from the referee, and it ends up over with the Broncos. We're going to have a center ice draw. McKinney in. Michigan's done great with the faceoffs tonight. Seems like they're dominating that aspect of the game.
Tyler McKenzie played for the Everett Silvertips, number 11 center against Cole McKinney, the number 11 center for the Wolverines. McKenzie wins the draw all the way around the ice to Sidlowski. Now into the center. Perron picks it off. Tried to go the other way and lost the puck. Vizenen sends the puck deep to Ivan Kovic, and Rayon Mullen retrieves it. Pressured by Slies.
One of the best part of Ivan Kovic's game as a young guy, he has tons of composure, willing to come out of the goal and make plays to stop the attack from the Broncos.
Jaden Perron, right at the blue line of the offensive zone, tries to keep the puck in and whiffs. Slies now. Sends it to Sidlowski. Garrett Sidlowski plays catch with Jack Ivan Kovic, who snags it like a first baseman, and then Robertson comes in and defends his tender, shoving Slies into the net. Slies is currently sitting on his knees inside the Wolverines' goal. Don't believe there will be any punishment for those actions. Still even strength with 17:02 left in the third. Michigan up 3-0.
Slies and McKinney sharing some words as they head back to the bench. It's starting to feel like a rivalry here in this third this third period.
These teams are sick of each other. They won't be done after tonight. Again, the return trip to Kalamazoo tomorrow night. Chance for maybe the Wolverines to sweep or the Broncos to even it up should this result hold. Game's nowhere near over. Again, Michigan and Jack Ivankovic has not allowed a goal in the third period. There's a one-timer from Kreuzberg-Rosine, and then a follow-up shot from Valente. No goal in the third period all season long for Michigan in their 6 games. Looking to hold that strong and secure a win tonight.
And if there's one thing we know for sure, weak wrist shots from the point are not going to get by Ivankovic. It's normally deflections and loose pucks around the crease that end up in goals for the opposing team.
Valente sends a puck deep for the Broncos. Ivankovic retrieves it behind his net and hands to Tyler Duke. Tyler Duke connects with Moldenhauer along the boards. Now to neutralize. TJ Hughes crosses the blue line. Against 3 Broncos, gets deflected by Sharp from behind, and Hughes can't catch up to the puck. Moldenhauer trying to catch up and save the puck. Cannot, and the Broncos retrieve the puck in their own defensive corner. Michigan does keep the zone, however. Hughes shielded off from the puck, and the Broncos do emerge. Puck sent out to neutral ice. And then into the Wolverine zone. TJ Hughes got enough of a stick on it to avoid icing. But the Broncos control the puck in their own defensive zone. Now into the offensive zone goes Wisdom. Wisdom, shot, deflected away by the blocker of Ivankovic. Aiden Park the other way, finds the puck in the neutral zone. Great backhanded pass to Hage. Toshivsky can't catch up to the puck. His skates too far out in front of him, loses it. In transition, Wisdom tries to go. Fantilia, great stick check. Forecheck so strong for these Wolverines.
This is not the game Michigan wants to play. The back and forth is where goals tend to happen. That's the type of game that high-paced favors Western Michigan as they're able to try to get some fast break looks.
Hage flicks the puck towards Slukinski, who catches it with 2 hands. Josh Ernest has finally emerged. I think he was serving his second 2-minute minor, but he emerged and there was no power play. So he's now on the ice. So the enforcer for the Wolverines is able to enforce yet again. And there's a face-off in the Wolverines' offensive zone. Keenan Draper wins the face-off for the Wolverines. Rayo Mullen tries to flick one towards the net. It's blocked. Another blocked shot from Asher Barnett. Hakkarainen was there. Wolverines control. Ernest deep in the Broncos zone. Horkoff right in front of the net. Had a chance. Saved by Slukinski. Will Horkoff gifted a great opportunity. Could not evade the pads of Slukinski. And it's still 3-0 with 15 minutes left in the third.
That right there is a premium look for Horkoff. Just about 3 or 4 feet outside the crease. No one around. Him versus the goalie. Not able to get it by him. And so Michigan will have another offensive draw. Draper taking it. The senior has won almost all of his draws tonight. See if he can do it again here.
A draw in the Wolverines' offensive zone. Wolverines almost doubling up the Broncos on faceoffs. They now lead 32-16 after the Wolverines win that one, and then a quick turnover the other way. Barnett to Rayo Mullen. Across their defensive blue line. Off the boards they go. Keenan Draper trying to find the puck with his feet. Does. Rayo Mullen now off the boards to Horkoff. Enters the Wolverine offensive zone. Horkoff and Ernest fighting for the puck, and the Broncos emerge from the pack. The other way they go. And there's a delayed penalty on Michigan. Michigan commits a penalty. Official's right hand is in the air. Slukinski hustled towards the bench. And Ernest looks like he's being called for another penalty, and he is livid. He does not understand what he did after serving in the penalty box for the past, it seems like, hour. Josh Ernest returns.
Not sure if I love this call here. They got Ernest
tripping, I believe.
They got Ernest for tripping. It looked like a slip and slide there from Western Michigan, but nonetheless, they take the man advantage. We'll see if this is what they need to spark their comeback. Still scoreless with 14:30 left in this third period.
Western Michigan only 2 for 22 coming into the game on their power play. The number 2 team in the country definitely has room to improve. This is an opportunity, if you're the Broncos and head coach Pat Ferschweiler, to really capitalize and cut this lead down to 2. Hughes, though, a shorthanded chance. Breakaway. TJ Hughes tries to fling one, blocked by Slukinski. Good save, and now the Broncos try to go back on offense. This Michigan forecheck, so strong. Ben Robertson there and breaks up a puck from Henricks. Robertson and Valente. And Fantilli and Henricks in front and behind the Wolverines net. And Henricks finally flings one, tries to go out to the point. There was no one there to receive it. Goes the length of the ice. Sam Scholand has to catch up to it and reset for the Broncos.
That puck spent a lot of time right outside the Michigan net. It's too bad Western Michigan didn't have anyone there. That was a good opportunity.
And now a one-on-one chance. Shot. Saved by Ivan Kovic.
Ivan Kovic standing on his head right now in the Michigan goal.
Slukinski, a great threaded needle pass to Zach Nearing. Nearing had just Ivan Kovic to beat, and no one has been able to beat Ivan Kovic in the third period this year. Michaels now, a chance. Western still on the power play. Shot saved by Ivan Kovic, and he covers it up. Soft rebound, no rebound. You get your chances against Jack Ivan Kovic. You better capitalize. Western Michigan still scoreless 47 minutes into this game.
We've talked about the success of Michigan both in this game and all season. Talk about TJ Hughes, Hage, Horkoff, a lot of assets, but you really need to look no further than Ivan Kovic. He has been great this season and spectacular tonight.
My grandpa always used to tell me there is no more valuable player in all of sports than a hot goalie. Ivan Kovic is showing that tonight. Wolverines still have 52 seconds left to kill on this penalty kill. And if there was a weakness in their game coming into this, they again were 6-0 with wins on the road against top 10 teams. But if there was a weakness, it was the penalty kill. 15th in the country. You might be rolling your eyes, but 15th in the country was one of their worst stats right now. But again, tonight they have held strong on all their penalty kills, and they're looking to do so again as Ben Robertson sends the puck the length of the ice and clears the zone.
It's not a lack of opportunity for Western Michigan. We've seen pucks rattle off the post a number of times. It's just execution. They got to keep getting more and more looks.
Huckerainen and Whitelaw trying to connect in the Wolverines zone. Fantilli fighting with Whitelaw. Huckerainen keeps it for the Broncos. Väisänen tries to connect with Whitelaw, and Draper's there. Draper blocks it. Now is a shorthanded chance. Waiting for McKinney to catch up. Draper tries to drop, and McKinney was too far ahead of the puck.
Just a little late from Draper trying to slide it over to McKinney.
7 seconds left on this power play. Tyler Duke sends it deep, and the Wolverines return to full strength. They kill off another penalty. Josh Ernestey enters the ice again. He'll head to the bench, and the Wolverines still lead 3-0 with 12:22 left in this third period. On to offense they go. Slukinski behind his net. Horkoff. Tyler Duke, a one-timer. Hage gets a stick on it. Deflected. Shifsky in front of the net. Finds Horkoff in the slot. Couldn't catch up with it. Puck goes the length of the ice. Wolverines have to re-enter.
It was a real nice deflection there from Hage in front of the net. The goalie not able to secure the puck. It was floating around in the crease for a few seconds. But Michigan tried to pass it back to the point, unable to, and they send it back into their own defensive zone.
Shifsky, deep in the Broncos zone, loses the puck. Sent again the length of the ice. This time, maybe icing, and it is icing. Dakota Mullen catches up with it. Wolverines with 11:46 left in the third period, up 3-0, have an offensive faceoff.
It'll be interesting to see. So far in this game, we've seen Michigan not give up on the offensive side of play. Even on their penalty kill, they were looking to get out in transition, try to score a shorthanded goal. Sometimes offense is the best defense, and it looks like Michigan may be trying to add a fourth goal to really secure this win.
Michigan offensive zone faceoff. And yet again, they win it. Dakota Mullen backhands one deep. Broncos retrieve it and send it up the other way. Slies gets a stick on the puck as it goes deep. It's not icing, but the Broncos change so they don't continue their attack. Malcolm Spence enters the ice and quickly receives the puck. Sends it along the boards for TJ Hughes. Can't catch up to it. Broncos are there. Slukinski, Grant that is, catches up with the puck in neutral ice. Perron goes flying. So there's a chance now. A shot by Valente, blocked by Drew Schock for the Wolverines, and the Wolverines retain the puck. Yes, Ivan Kovic is so effective, but also this Wolverine defense is so good at limiting good chances. Jaden Perron sends one deep for the Wolverines.
Underrated part about this Michigan team, we've seen Schock do it on the last two possessions. They get good passes off the boards up to the forwards when they're able to get the puck in their own defensive zone.
Great analysis there. Through central ice go the Broncos. Scholand sends a puck deep as his team is not completely on sides. Muse retrieves it for the Wolverines and Robertson. Muse and Robertson trying to connect. Michaels picks up the puck in the offensive zone. Sends one towards the net. And again, just playing catch with Jack Ivankovic. That'll go down as a save. Might be his easiest one yet.
Yeah, we're going to have to get better. If you're Western Michigan, you got to get better opportunities than that. You would think we saw Michigan do it on their power play earlier in the game. They posted up Will Horkoff right in front of the net, used him as a screen. I would think the Broncos have to try to do something similar, try to get someone in the direction of Ivankovic just to block up his vision. When he gets good looks at pucks, they don't get by him.
Will be a zone face-off in the Michigan defensive zone. Michigan leads the face-offs 34-17. So 666 winning percentage on the face-offs for the Wolverines. Still up 3-0 with 10:25 left in the third period. Looking to hold on and knock off the number 2 team in the country, their in-state rivals, the reigning national champions, Western Michigan Broncos. Michigan had a disappointing end to the season last season, getting swept by Penn State in the Big Ten tournament, eventually missing out on the NCAA tournament, and they saw their Western Michigan Broncos go win the national championship. These two teams will meet next year in football in Germany. A little fun side note about these teams. They were playing in the season opener in Germany next year in football. A little random thing they're doing.
It's pretty fun. We've seen some Oktoberfest things happening on the big screen tonight. So quite fitting that we'll see these two teams in Germany next year. On the grass instead of the ice, of course.
Aiden Park and Owen Michaels on the faceoff. Michaels secures it for the Broncos. Fantilli tries to catch it. Butterfingers drops the puck. Whitelaw. Now, puck on his stick. Shot by Scholand. Ivankovic is there. I don't think that one was on target, but Ivankovic not taking any chances. So strong with his hands. Grabs the puck out of the air and will reset with another faceoff.
Check out the battle down low between Zachariah Wisdom and Duke from Michigan. Wisdom trying to set a screen in front of the crease, but Duke fighting him out of there. That shot right there was an easy save.
You're right. That's a huge reason why Ivankovic has such a clear view at all these shots, is because Duke and the rest of the defense doing such a good job at nudging the Broncos out of the way.
Real physical right down there in front of the net.
3-0 Michigan, approaching 10 minutes remaining in the third period. Broncos looking for any sort of offense. Fantilli connects with Park. Ernest through neutral ice. Michigan sends one into the zone, snatched out of the air by the Broncos. Whitelaw to Michaels. Michaels enters the zone. Now to Whitelaw, former Wolverine, to Wisdom. Wisdom drops it back for Wahlberg. Wahlberg falls, makes a fool of himself, and loses the puck. Shifsky in neutral ice loses the puck as he's fighting with Whitelaw. Again, these two were teammates last season. Whitelaw used to rock the maize and blue, now rocks the brown and gold for the Western Michigan Broncos.
You see now no real great chances for Western Michigan in this third period. They've had the puck in the offensive zone more than they did in the second period, but not able to get any quality shots thus far.
Western Michigan trying to execute a forecheck. Michigan, a great hook and ladder play. TJ Hughes has Horkoff in front of the net. If he can find him, he can't. Overskated the net, went behind the net, and Michigan does retain possession. Dakota Mullen the other way. Just playing keep away right now with Ty Henricks.
Delayed penalty here now, too, for Western Michigan.
Western Michigan will be down a man. Ivankovic has left the ice, and Michigan, Asher Barnett, now has a 6-on-5 advantage. Asher Barnett the other way. Enters the offensive zone. Drops it for Hage. Leaves it for Horkoff. Hughes now a chance on the far side. Hughes cuts it in front. Western Michigan kicks the puck away, but not enough, and now they get their stick on the puck to end the delayed penalty. So Michigan up 3-0, now has 2 more minutes. With 8:28 left, will be now 6:28 until these teams are back at full strength. 3-0 Michigan, 8:28 left in the third.
We know what the Wolverines do when they get an extra man on the ice. They're looking to make this game 4-0. And they're going to be led by this line that has produced so much. All right, take that back. They're going to start with the McKinney
The second power play line.
That's right. McKinney and Perrone leading up this second line. I'm sure we'll see some Horkoff, Hughes, and Hayes.
They were just on the ice, though, so you can see why Narada wanted to give them a break.
No doubt, no doubt. Got to be careful not to give up a shorthanded goal. If you just live this out and get through this power play with no goals, you're feeling pretty good for the rest of the game with only 8 minutes left.
Rayo Mullen behind the net. Puck goes to Perron. Rayo Mullen tries to pass to Perron. Perron falls, and the puck gets sent the lane of the ice. Ty Henricks, 2 minutes for high sticking in the penalty box for the Broncos. Penalty you don't want to make on the offensive zone at this point in the game. Instead, Michigan a chance to extend their lead. Jaden Perron, the North Dakota transfer, finds the Cornell transfer, Ben Robertson. To Malcolm Spence, sends it deep. And the puck is cleared out of the Wolverines' offensive zone by the Broncos. Just eking time off this clock. 1:15 left on the power play. 7:40 left in the match.
And now we see this line. And he gets it into Hage, and here we go.
Hage has a chance on net. Pass to Hughes. Had a shot. Missed. Saved by Slukinski. Hage got behind the Broncos defense. Had Horkoff and Hughes. Pass to Hughes. Hughes shot that was saved. A great save by Hampton Slukinski.
And that's a wonderful glove save. Solinsky sliding over to the right post. Hughes notices that, goes over to the other post, but a nice stretch glove save keeps this game at 3-0.
That is a fantastic save that Mike Nocco talked about. Slukinski has held his own for the most part tonight. Saw a lot of goals for the Wolverines, but you can't really blame him for most of them. Just as his counterpart, Jack Ivankovic, has been otherworldly. Now, Henry Muse to Horkoff. Horkoff in the slot, whiffs yet again in the center. He's been so effective there all season long. Will Horkoff, the big 6'5", 201 sophomore, has 6 goals on the season. Whiffs there. Michigan, another 40 seconds left on the power play. Michael Hage keeps the blue line. Eludes Whitelaw. Now passes to Muse.
Hage is one heck of a stick handler. He makes a lot of guys miss right around that blue line to keep it in the zone, as they're able to clear it this time.
20 seconds left on the power play. Henry Muse uses Jack Ivankovic as a backboard pass to Hage. Hage runs into his own man Hughes, and the Broncos hold the blue line and will clear yet again. 10 seconds left on the power play. 6:36 left in the game. Michigan still up 3-0.
Is this penalty kill from Western Michigan going to be the spark that lights the fire? We will see, but it's going to need to come quick.
Ty Henricks re-enters the ice for the Broncos. They're back to full strength. On offense they go. Valente tries to find Nearing. Nearing nearly hits it, but misses.
Should have been a dangerous one-timer there, but it slides past his stick, and Broncos going to do what they can to try to get the puck back in the zone.
Valente dumps it deep. Fantilli is there, tries to send it around the boards. It's cut off. Valentini now on the defensive zone at his goal line. Connects with Draper. Draper takes a hit from Valente, and the puck is cleared out of the zone by Fantilli. Slukinski at neutral ice. Now to Nearing. Nearing drags the puck with him. Slukinski had a chance in the slot. Bodies are everywhere. No one's in their correct position. Broncos trying to find anything. Valente sends one softly around the boards to Nearing. Nearing passes to Earnesty, who's on the other team. And Josh Earnesty lays a hammer on Nearing. Nearing loses his stick and picks it up.
Michigan just got to continue to stay out of the penalty box. Nearly a tripping call there committed on Nearing, but no penalty called.
Shifsky on offense for the Wolverines. 5:10 left in the third period. Wolverines still up 3-0. Schock tries to keep the blue line for the Wolverines. Does and then doesn't. It leaves thanks to Garrett Sidlowski. Now the Wolverines retrieve the puck. McKinney, a great opportunity for Aiden Park, but it couldn't get through the Broncos defense. And Aiden Park still fighting deep in Broncos territory. So Wolverines squad has so much depth to just retrieve the puck at all 3 levels of the ice. Shot now by Slies off of the pads of Ivankovic. Drops back for Rayo Mullen now. Puck is behind the Wolverines' net. Rayo Mullen emerges. Moldenhauer to neutral ice. Into the offensive zone. Now he's deep in the offensive zone. Nick Moldenhauer, the Toronto Maple Leafs prospect, loses the puck.
Michigan doing a good job of not letting the Broncos post up in the offensive zone. They're getting chances themselves, which is really letting the time of this game start to tick away with just 4 minutes left.
Asher Barnett, Wolverines defenseman behind his own net. Approaching 4 minutes left. We'll see if Slukinski, the goaltender, Hampton Slukinski, wants to leave his area anytime in the coming seconds to go in on a one-man advantage. Malcolm Spence gets a stick on the puck and sends it deep for the Wolverines. All 5 Wolverines enter the offensive zone.
Still needing 3 goals. You have to think that they pull in somewhat soon before the 2-minute mark for sure. But we'll see when that time comes. He's still positioned in that goal.
Ty Hendricks chasing Asher Barnett. Can't catch up to him. Barnett now to Perron. In neutralize. Perron sends it around the boards offensively. Again, down 3-0. The Broncos need the puck to go up a man. Tyler Duke. Wolverines still control the puck. 3:30 left in the game. Malcolm Spence directs the puck into the offensive zone. Jaden Perron drops it back for Spence. Spence eluding defenders. Off the boards. Puck exits the zone, but again, the Wolverines will take the possession. 3:15 left in the game. Robertson to Perron. Perron bats the puck with a high stick, but no penalty. Finally, Sharp and the Broncos enter the offensive zone, but then they change, so they can't catch up to the puck. Wolverines, Hage with time.
The thing that makes this Wolverine team so scary is they're so good with their hands and poking pucks away that it's so dangerous to pull your goalie, because one moment they can take that puck from you and make this game 4-0.
Horkoff behind the Broncos net. Passes to Fantilli. Puck rolls over Fantilli's stick. He could act like that was on accident. I don't know if it was. Hughes now through neutral ice to Horkoff. Horkoff, give and go with Hughes. Hughes now back to Horkoff. The two connecting, the veteran and the youngster. Horkoff back to Hughes in the slot. Taken away by the Broncos finally. On offense they go. Rayo Mullen to Valente. A turnover. Shot by Valente. Save not once but twice by Ivan Kovic.
Ivan Kovic got a real... Well, Western Michigan had a real look there as Ivan Kovic let that puck dribble to about 3 or 4 feet outside the crease. A wrist shot won't get by him.
Ivan Kovic, after a turnover by Rayo Mullen, right to the hands of Liam Valente, who had 33 points last season. Ivan Kovic makes 2 saves on Valente back-to-back. The first one he rebounded back to Valente. The second one he gobbled up, and he's strutting along the blue line. See, there is still a fat goose egg on the board for the Broncos.
As you see the Broncos take their timeout, setting up before this offensive face-off. Only 2 minutes, 23 seconds left. You have to start making something happen if you want any chance of crawling back.
3-0 Michigan, 2:23 remaining. Slukinski for the Broncos remains in the net. Ivan Kovic, the man of the hour for the Wolverines, in the net. Both squads huddling up with their head coaches. Brandon Naurato for the Wolverines and Pat Ferschweiler for the Broncos. These Broncos already dropped a game this season against Ferris State. They're 3-1, but still ranked number 2 in the country. On the road here in Ann Arbor, trying to muster up anything. They now lead the shots 30-29, but still down 3-0.
We see fans starting to file out of Yost and make it back to their cars before the traffic picks up. Does Western Michigan have a miracle? We will see.
Western Michigan, even strength, offensive zone faceoff. Slukinski in his net, down 3-0. We'll see when he leaves his net, or if he leaves his net.
I'll tell you this. The Wolverines are going to get the Broncos' best shot tomorrow night in Kalamazoo.
Now Slukinski exits his net. Maybe he was there for show, maybe not. Wolverines now down a man, 5-on-6 as there is an empty net on the Broncos' defensive side. The Wolverines can get a puck in an accurate shot. They will extend this lead to 4-0. Wolverines, Broncos, last chance gas for the Broncos. Face-off won by the Broncos. Crucial. William Whitelaw, the former Wolverine, now wears the brown. Hakkarainen. Shot by Cowan. Deflected by Draper.
It's a nice block there from Draper, keeping shots away from Ivankovic.
Väisänen for the Broncos through neutral ice. Loading up. Hands to Michaels. Michaels sends one all the way around the boards deep, and Ivan Kovic tries to get a stick on it. Can't. Hakkarainen now for the Broncos. Michaels takes a fall, and there's a penalty. Penalty on Michigan with 1:44 left in the game. Michaels took a fall, got the call, and now Wolverines will be down 6-on-4 with 1:44 left and with a 3-0 cushion.
Looks like he was trying to play the puck, but that's a clear tripping, slashing. I wonder what they got him with, some tripping. That's a pretty clear call there. Did take a dive for Western Michigan. But Michigan now, they're going to have to kill a penalty for the rest of this game, unless, of course, the Broncos are able to put a puck in the back of the net. But now you have 6-on-4, two-man advantage, assuming they keep their goalie on the bench.
Yeah, Western Michigan needs a goal, and they need it fast. Ben Robertson, the culprit, into the penalty box. Again, Jack Ivankovic has not allowed a goal all season long in the third period. Well, we're deep in the third period. It's a minute 40 left, and Wolverines up 3-0. Ivankovic looking to hold strong. Broncos need something quickly.
And while this game might feel out of reach, it's a big moral victory for the Wolverines to hold a shutout. I mean, this is by far their biggest matchup of the year thus far, and if they can get out of here without letting any goals in, that really sends a notice to the rest of college hockey that we are legit.
Ernest, Fantilli, Duke, and Draper. 4 veterans on the ice for the Wolverines. Broncos sport 6 men in Brown in the offensive zone, looking to add 1 to this total that now reads nothing.
They got Draper taking the draw. He's probably the best face-off man on the team. We'll see if he can win this one.
Draper and Michaels. Owen Michaels, the captain out of Northville, Michigan for the Broncos. Leading returning scorer. In the face-off with Draper, loses it, but the puck is deep in the Wolverine zone, and the 6 for Western Michigan get there before the 4 for Michigan do. Michaels now. Trying to connect with Valente. Shot! The length of the ice! Is it on target? No! Sent deep did Draper. And this 6-on-4 matchup means that the Wolverines can clear the puck the length of the ice without icing.
Puck doesn't go in, but it serves its purpose as it takes away valuable time as Michigan, super physical, gets it out of the zone.
Visinen cannot enter the offensive zone. Now Sholin does. Pass back for Whitelaw. Whitelaw falls. Now gets back on his feet with the puck. Pass to Sholin. Again, 6-on-4. 1 minute left. Wolverines up 3-0. Sholin. Whitelaw. Shot. Misses wide. Visinen keeps the blue line. Now Visinen sends one. It's deflected and misses wide again. Sholin to Henriks. 50 seconds left in the match. Wolverines up 3-0, down 6-on-4 on the ice. Fantilli sends one along the boards to Valente. Valente keeps it in the offensive zone. To Visinen, a one-timer, saved by the blocker of Ivankovic.
And they have Michaels up right in front of the goalie, trying to be a screener. He gets a stick on that last one, but not able to score.
30 seconds left. Valente, Visinen, Sholin, shot. Saved by Ivankovic again, and the Broncos cannot keep the offensive zone. Time is a-ticking. 20 seconds left in the third period. Visinen trying to get through. Wolverines can't. Shifsky deflects it off the official. It's heading towards the net. Shifsky's there. It's a goal! Wolverines extend their lead to 4-0. And the dagger put in by Garrett Shifsky capitalizes on a fantastic match from Jack Ivankovic and the whole Wolverines squad. Michigan will defeat the number 2 ranked Western Michigan Broncos at home thanks to a heroic effort from their freshman goaltender Jack Ivankovic.
Big time goal there for Shifsky. Gets the shorthanded one. Looks like we have a discussion now with the referees.
So the puck did hit off the official last before it went into the net.
We'll see what they can come up out of that. You would think it should still stand as he goes over and has a chat with the Western Michigan bench, the official that is.
Ivankovic saved 32 shots. It's a season high for him, as we are not sure if this 4th goal will be added to the scoreboard. It's all but icing, but icing on the cake, that is. But again, 3-0 Michigan. We'll see if it changes to 4-0. 10.2 left in the period regardless. Western would need to average a goal every 3 seconds to tie up this game.
No doubt. This one's just for aesthetics.
Well, 4-0 does seem a little sweeter right now if you're the Wolverines.
Garrett Shifsky had a lot of shorthanded goals last year. This one would be credited to him, or maybe credit to the official. But we'll see. And they're going to rule it.
Official call now.
A goal. Garrett Shifsky rewarded with a goal. 4-0 Wolverines. Western outraged. They would have won if that one hadn't counted.
They do seem quite frustrated. That bench is beside itself, but I don't think it would have mattered. We're taking a deeper look now.
Reviewing, because this is, well, I'm telling you, the whole world is listening right now, determining whether this game ends up 3-0 or 4-0 in favor of the Wolverines. Mr. Brightside echoing amongst Yost Ice Arena. 10.2 left in the period. Ben Robertson sitting very happily in the penalty box for the Wolverines. As you hear Mr. Brightside echo amongst the children of Yost, we decided to cut out along with the audio in the stadium.
There's been a good amount of people starting to trickle out of the stadium, but I don't think I've seen one person leave the Children of Low student section over there for the Wolverines.
Shifsky deflected the puck off of the boards. Oh, I don't think it hit an official. I think it hit a skate that was hanging over the wall from the Wolverines bench. That's the dispute. It goes off of a skate of a Wolverine who was either trying to enter the ice or exit the ice.
That'll be coming back. They're not going to count that.
All right. So maybe it'll be 3-0.
There might be a chance they call too many men on the ice as well for the Wolverines.
Oh, it is a good goal. So, since something happened in the neutral zone, it is a good goal. Regardless, 4-0 Michigan. 10.2 on the clock. They need to cut out. They need to not
goal there. You can see that Western Michigan bench is befuddled by that review.
Michigan still down a man as that was a shorthanded goal. Now leads 4-0 with 10 seconds on the clock. Clock expiring. Western wins the draw on offense. Luca Fantilli sends the puck around the boards, and that will do it. Wolverines, a dominant win at home against Western Michigan. A score of 4-0. Jack Ivankovic, a shutout win. 32 saves on the night. And hail to the victors echoes around the stadium. Atticus, what a performance.
What a night from Ivankovic. I mean, he faced 32 shots tonight. Nothing gets by him. Nothing like a shutout versus playing your first ranked team at home.
The number 2 ranked Western Michigan Wolverines cannot muster up a goal. They lose 4-0. They have another chance tomorrow in Kalamazoo. The Wolverines make the trip. Both teams make the trip back tomorrow to play in Kalamazoo on Friday night. And the Wolverines looking to sweep. Broncos looking to split.
If you're the Wolverines, you definitely can't take away too much pride from this one. You still got to go and you got to win the one in Kalamazoo to consider this a successful series. You're going to get the Broncos' best shot tonight, or tomorrow night. You better believe it.
William Whitelaw came out with a vengeance, who transferred out of Michigan into Western Michigan this past year. And he came out with a vengeance, laid a lot of hits. None of them resulted in a point on the scoreboard. No goals for the Broncos, 4 for the Wolverines. Thank you for listening to WCBN Sports' production of Michigan Wolverines hockey. Along with Atticus Caress, I'm Theo Shernoff. We'll leave you, as always, with a good night and go blue. Good work.